Brandon, I'll start with you. What do you want to see from Baker Mayfield in the second half of the season to prove that this guy actually is a franchise quarterback, the future in Cleveland?
First off, Andrew Berry for president 2024. What a politician. Yeah. Answer the question.
There it is.
Answer the question,
Answer the question.
bro. Hey, listen, it was a simple question. Is he the franchise quarterback or not? And he gave you guys the answer. It's easy. If you ask this question in Green Bay, Nick, if we can go to Kansas City and we ask the question, what is Andy Reid going to say? Andy Reid's going to say, yes, that's our quarterback. That's why we gave him the contract we gave him 100%. They said it day 2 when he was on campus when Alex Smith was still the starting quarterback. So look, Baker Mayfield still have a chance. You know, there's everybody's career, everybody's journey is different. Can he still get it done? Absolutely. But this year, Jenna, what I need to see the rest of the way, I need to see him beat the good teams in his division, have some success in the division, beat the Baltimore Ravens, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right now, you're 0-2. You have 2 games left against them. Protect the ball. Ball security is job security, yours and mine. I'll continue to preach
yours
that.
And mine.
We don't need another 7 interceptions. And then the last thing I need you to do, okay, is get the Browns to the playoffs. If you get the Browns to the playoffs, I don't even need to win. We can have this debate. We can have this discussion, Nick.
Listen, Baker Mayfield's going to be the quarterback of the Browns next year. Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback of the Browns the year after that. And then we'll see. He has not yet earned a contract extension. He has certainly done enough for them to pick up the 5th-year option. And listen, Brandon's point is right. He needs to do better on turning the ball over. He has 7 interceptions. It's way too many. It's a whole 1 more interception than Brandon's MVP, Russell Wilson. So, I mean, it's just a massive amount, a huge discrepancy. And I bring up Russell Wilson because
we're not talking about Russell Wilson.
I feel like with Baker, no, correct. But we also weren't talking about Patrick Mahomes. And if you are comparing Baker to Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson, even though I joke, of course he's going to come out looking bad. He is not one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football. He is not a future, no doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer as those guys are. So Wildes, how about we compare him to the people he should be compared to? Other first-round picks over the last, I don't know, half dozen years. Because this is why I get so frustrated. Here's every quarterback taken in the first round from 15 to 19. We're leaving this year's class out. Obviously, Mahomes is amazing, and Lamar, Deshaun, and Kyler are anywhere on the spectrum from very good to outstanding. Who else on that list can you confidently say is better than Baker Mayfield? Anybody?
Okay.
I'd say Baker's about the same as Goff. Yeah, go ahead, Wild. I mean, that's the list. That's your first-round picks.
No, you can leave this
over
up.
a 5-year period. Go ahead, Wild.
You can leave this up, but I think the question to you is Baker's not just a first-round pick. He's the #1 pick. And does that warrant more scrutiny than these other guys?
Well, I don't know. Look who's next to him. Where'd Jared Goff go in the draft? 1-1. Carson Wentz went all the way to the 2nd overall pick. Sam Darnold, who's beneath him, went 3rd. Josh Allen, who's beneath him, went 7th. And Daniel Jones went 6th. So it's not like it's guys who were the 29th pick, the 32nd pick like Lamar was. He is performing at, I would argue, a far higher level than Wentz is this year. Wentz is older and on an expensive contract. He's performing at the same level as Goff. Goff is older and on the most expensive contract in the league this year. And this is why, Brandon, I get frustrated. Go ahead.
You should get frustrated. It's a great tear. I love how you laid it out for all of us to see it. But Nick, at the end of the day, we're not competing against the guys on the bench. We're not competing against the guys who aren't winning games. every NFL player, no matter who you are trying to win a championship. You are trying to be the best. So when you look at the Cleveland Browns, you think the Cleveland Browns are okay with saying we have an average starter? Like, what is the goal? Is the goal just to be an average team, or is the goal to dethrone your Super Bowl champs? Like, that is the goal. And if that is in case true, then we need to find a quarterback that can get us there. Because you're all right.
Wait.
He's not a bad quarterback. You laid it out perfectly. He's an average quarterback, but an average quarterback without an exceptionally great defense won't get you a championship. And that is the goal, Jenna.
Go ahead, Jenna.
Nick,
I know Jenna wants to fire off here. Go ahead.
No, I don't. No, you brought up golf, and it's a really interesting point. I wonder how much of the scrutiny Baker gets is because there's so much folded into it. There's the commercials and the ad campaigns and the
the commercials and the ad campaigns.
It comes with it.
No. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of hype.
Right.
There's a lot of look at me outside of the stadium. I mean, the guy does commercials where the stadium's his home. Like,
well, here's the deal.
For God's sake, like,
No. I have to answer the question.
Goff didn't have any of that, and so Goff escaped
because he's boring.
I think, as a
Listen, okay, I am not going to buy into this idea that because 18 months ago Baker Mayfield spent 48 hours with an insurance company that he should be evaluated differently. That's what it is. That's all it is.
There's a lot.
Oh my God! Saquon Barkley does Hulu.
Nick.
A lot of guys do Hulu. What? No, hold on.
Right.
Wait. The commercial thing is such a ludicrous attack. He was the Heisman Trophy winner.
It's not the time he spends
He was
on
a
it. It's the
charismatic.
look at me. It's the drawing attention to yourself,
Jenna,
and then you're like, oh, don't scrutinize me.
Jenna, 100. It comes with the territory. Should guys go out and get, endorsement deals and make the money, optimize their earnings off the field? 100%. That's what you work so hard for. But at the same time, you know what comes with that. That comes with that. Like, if you're just a guy that keep your mouth shut and you don't make headlines, then you won't be highly scrutinized. But if you're the guy that gets up in front of media and you have an edge, you have a little attitude, you have swagger, you're all over the television, it comes with the territory. 100%, Nick.
Agreed.
You cannot say that,
of course.
Okay, so that's why.
Of course it
so
does.
that's why.
But
that's why
wait
Baker Mayfield gets scrutinized the way he does.
Yeah, I got it. I understand it. And Baker doesn't complain about that. If Baker did these commercials, which listen, no one's ever asked me to do a commercial. Jenna, let me finish. If Baker did these commercials and then whined about the scrutiny, as he did last year, I would criticize him, as I did last year. But he hasn't done that. He has been on his best behavior. Okay, go ahead, please. Tell me.
Look, okay, Cam Newton has a bad game. He says, that's on me. I'm going to do better next week. I know what your guys are saying. I get it. That's on me. Baker Mayfield has a bad game, and his exact words, I don't listen. I don't give a damn what you say. Oh, who in the national media?
Right.
He gets angry. He gets defensive. No. And what he does is he attracts all of that attention, Nick.
No, Jenna, it's actually worse. After a bad game, he actually says, he's like, you know what? I played a bad game, but I've got to do this Allstate commercial. I've got to do this Geico commercial. I can't focus on football. So I do think it's a fair.
That's true.
I can't focus on.
All right, well, listen.
It's Nick's guy. Leave Nick's guy alone.
Leave
Nick's guy alone.
Hold on. It's not even that he's my guy. Again, now that Odell's not playing, and I don't know if he'll ever play for the Browns again, I have no connection to the Browns. I don't really care what happens with the Browns. I care about fairness. And the fact of the matter is this. Last year, we were told that Baker needed to pay less attention to everything else. And now, Baker, for saying, I don't pay attention to that stuff, is being criticized. We said 2 weeks ago, maybe he should be benched prior to the Bengals game. And then when he played brilliantly in the Bengals game. The response was, well, of course he did. Everyone knew he was going to. It's the Bengals. It is a constant moving target. And the idea that he should be evaluated differently than #1 pick Jared Goff, #1 pick Jameis Winston, #2 pick Carson Wentz, #2 pick Marcus Mariota, because Progressive gave him $600 grand to film some commercials is so god dog crazy, I'm gonna lose my mind. And so I'm sorry for yelling America. I know we're in a moment of healing and everyone's stressed out, but this is insanity. It's total insanity, and people need to understand what's happening here.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.